I am making a video on my pregnancy symptoms for my second and third trimester with having twins. I found out at 20 weeks that I'm having twins. They are di twins. And so I already made a video about finding out and about symptoms that I had in the first trimester, which were so intense. But you can watch that video if you're interested in that. But as far as the second trimester goes, it was pretty like other pregnancies. It is the best trimester. The symptoms had gone down, although I was still nauseous for a long time. I mean, probably right up to around 20 weeks. And although it had eased up, and so I was definitely able to eat more, but I felt a lot better. I had a lot more energy, and I was big, but I was starting to kind of even out more in growth. And so I wasn't growing as rapidly. The one thing that really stands out to me is pelvic pain. I know that I had some pelvic pain before this pregnancy from my last birth. That was unresolved for over a year, and then I finally went through physical therapy and started getting it under control. And after a month of ending physical therapy, I got pregnant with these twins. And so it was almost like instant that I started getting pelvic pain again. So I know that plays into it, but the pelvic pain I've had in this pregnancy has been so bad. And I hear that other women experience this with singleton pregnancies, with multiple pregnancies. It's pelvic girdle pain, I guess is, one name for it. I don't know if that's necessarily what I have, but it's like this shooting pain that is like right in my pubic bone, it feels like, and especially bad at nighttime when I'm rolling over in bed. The pain is just something that makes me grimace, and I have a really high pain tolerance. So I know that for other people too, it might be feel just as bad. The one thing that I have found that helps so much with that is this sling that I bought from Belly Bandit, and they didn't ask me to do any review or anything, but just so that other people know and they're not like in complete pain for their whole pregnancy. I've been telling everybody about this thing because it has been such a lifesaver for me. It's kind of different. It's called a V-sling by Belly Bandit, and I will link to it below so that you can look at it if you want. But it's got this really strong Velcro, as you can see. And it's like a band that goes around your hips. And then it has these two little like detachable or attachable, straps that go on there. And then, so this part is around your waist or your hips, and these will go in between your legs and cross each other, and then hook on in the back. And so it kind of It's really kind of weird looking and feels a little bit bulky. You know, you can't wear it necessarily like under really tight jeans like I have on. You can, but you'd be able to see it. I usually am wearing dresses anyways, and it's perfect to have on under a dress. Nobody can tell, and it gives you that like support that you really need. It kind of feels like big and bulky and uncomfortable in some sense because you're wearing, I don't know, a sling in between your legs. But it's so much more comfortable than the pain that I was experiencing. And so this thing has been like a lifesaver for me. I'm so glad I bought it. It is so worth it, and I will tell everybody about it any chance I get. So that was the biggest thing that started really bothering me in my second trimester. And also, after that, I would say the next thing was shortness of breath. And so I have been getting so winded, and it just carries on, of course, as I get bigger, as the babies get bigger and my lungs have less space to fill. I am currently in, well, my 33rd week, and so I am sitting down a lot to do things like brush my teeth because I just get very out of breath doing things. And in my second trimester, I would say that was probably the two like negative things that I can really think of. And other than that, it was really nice, really breezy. Now, in my third trimester, and kind of in the beginning, I think, maybe in the middle, I don't know, like I said, I'm 33 weeks, and the shortness of breath is really rare, really real. I feel like I'm always trying to just catch my breath or get more. I'm always taking a lot of deep breaths and sighs. And going upstairs where our bedroom is, where we have a loft up here, and we're actually splitting our loft up. My husband built on to it so that we can have our room and the baby's room can be connected to ours, kind of expanding our tiny house for their arrival. But that means I am constantly going up and down the stairs, especially at nighttime, now that I'm also peeing a lot more during the night, probably 4 to 5 times a night at a minimum. Very much, but my point is I'm up all night, going pee, up and down the stairs. I get so winded when I get back into bed. It's like I have been moving stacks of firewood. The heartburn that I have experienced in the third trimester has been unreal. I had heartburn a little bit with my first, just barely. With my second, I had it from like 4 months on, but it wasn't super severe, and I was taking papaya enzymes. With this time, I was like losing sleep because I couldn't lay down. I couldn't even just recline. You know, everybody says, well, lift up 6 inches or get a bunch of pillows. I tried it. It didn't matter. My back was starting to hurt because I was up so high on pillows that like part of my body wasn't even touching the bed anymore. I tried sleeping in a chair and that didn't work. And it was getting really tough because I was getting so tired, and I thought maybe I was like gonna start going into labor, or that I was getting high blood pressure or something, because I also started getting like my vision, it was hard to focus on things. It wasn't necessarily blurry vision, but I couldn't see things very well. And I was so groggy and confused, and then I started having a lot of like twingy, uncomfortable feelings, being nauseous. And I really was thinking for at least a week that I was like about to go into labor. And thankfully, I got everything looked into, checked up on health wise, and everything was good. I really think it was just because I was lacking sleep. I had tried taking Rolaids. Somebody gave me some Mylanta, and nothing was working. And I was just accepting that my life was going to be a ball of fire in my chest, and it was making me get headaches like in my cheeks and everything even. And I was getting really uncomfortable just trying to accept that that is what the next several weeks were going to be like. And my husband came home with some chewable Tums, and those, I don't know why the other things haven't worked, but those have been a lifesaver also. I take like 2 of them when I lay down, and sometimes in the middle of the night I have to take 2 more to get me through. Like the hours that I was getting heartburn would be like between 1 and 5 a.m. and I don't understand why, because I eat dinner at 6 and should be plenty of time. But I think, I don't know what it is. I'm not a doctor. But the Tums have really helped to get me through those really horrible hours. So now I'm finally back to getting sleep. Yes. Well, besides the peeing. But yeah, getting that heartburn under control was so helpful. And I think now the last things that I'm really starting to experience that are different is, well, I am getting stretch marks. I've never had stretch marks before. I know I've been lucky, but I also feel like really lucky to be getting them too, which is really neat. My belly is so itchy, like underneath. It's so itchy. And stretching more than it has ever. My lips are so dry. No amount of water is enough amount to keep me satisfied. So I've been really thirsty. I feel very dry, very itchy. And I'm getting lots of twinges that I feel very low. It really makes me think that like they're coming like tomorrow. Although I feel like I remember having this feeling with my other children and they didn't come for weeks and weeks. Or who knows, maybe I will be going into labor tomorrow. I hope not. But yeah, it's keeping me on my toes for sure and making me have that excitement about, is it gonna happen soon? Is it not? Also put some pressure on us to get our room done and get the baby stuff set up. I don't even have any baby clothes out or anything, and so my nesting has been like scraping popcorn and doing all of this other stuff, which has been so fun, but I'm getting antsy to get their space set up. So the nesting brain is going hard right now. And as far as symptoms for my second and third trimester, I think that pretty much sums it up. I would like to make a video about my birth plan. However, I don't know if I'll have time. I guess we'll just have to see how the progression of getting the little nest set up goes, and then maybe I'll do that. I also feel a little bit shy or hesitant to do it just because I know that everybody has their own opinion and journey and thoughts and ideas about that, and I feel a little bit self-conscious or insecure about sharing that and having it be a negative thing to some people. So anyways, I don't know. We'll see how it goes. And I would like to do it because I think that it can be really positive, whether it happens the way that I'm hoping or not, which, as we all know, it doesn't always happen the way you want it to. Birth just happens the way that it happens. So yeah, check back for more videos or subscribe with the notifications so you can know if I put that video out, being one of the first to find out. Thank you.